Today, me and my friend Hunter are going to attempt to kayak all the way from our house to the ocean. We'll be crossing rivers, battling hunger, trying to time the tide right.
You got it, bro. Boat launch right over there. And get picked up over there because we're freaking fricked in the frick. Today, we're gonna be kayaking all the way to the ocean.
We're going to be spending the next 2 days kayaking down a river towards the ocean, camping along the way and having amazing meals. Almost a year ago, this challenge gave us the taste of defeat, and now we're back for blood. But we're not the only ones who are.
Oh shoot, this thing's already getting full. Kinda looks like a person. What are you doing, you goober? That's backwards. You wanna leave this person with this much leg space? It's the back. Dang, I can't even see the flame. Alright, I think we're ready. Think we're ready, Corner?
I think we're 100% ready.
Yeah. I really hope that doesn't ever tip over. Because if it did, I don't know how well this stuff would even stay in. Oh boy, we're super fast. Watch out. We won't see mainland besides islands for the next 3 days. Goodbye, dry land.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, my bed that I love to sleep in.
Goodbye, comfortable sleeping. Hello, adventure. And cloudy skies, because it's supposed to be cloudy and maybe even rainy. It's about 10 a.m. right now. Our first island that we're gonna be staying at is about 3 miles away from where we started, so it actually is about the shortest leg of the trip. Little current that's going out that way. This cool abandoned house over there. It was so close to the water that it was sinking. We got kind of close to it before. The whole house is kind of like this. And it's like literally the perfect pee spot. We've got the bridge coming up over there, big freeway bridge. Ooh. It flies so low to the water. I keep turning back thinking I'm gonna see the raft is just like halfway back down the river. My knot tying skills aren't exactly bulletproof. I mean, they're all right. They're not like overhand knots or anything, but I also have no idea what they are, to be honest. Like, I don't know the names or really how to tie them. I just kind of wing it. But now, since we're past this bridge, this is kind of where all the boats are. We just rounded this little corner, and there is Payne Island. You guys want to know why it's named Payne Island?
Getting your back waxed. Oh! Or eating the spiciest ramen ever.
We're gonna have to go to land because there's a huge, huge boat coming over there. It's kind of like a tugboat. This thing is not gonna be able to take on huge wakes. That thing is just creating some monstrous wake. Also got some military choppers flying around. Check that out. There are little blowholes spitting the water in the air. Oh, hello, Mr. Boat. I guess we're screwed. Right in front. Whew, that's cold. Ah. I'm gonna go see if there's a better spot because this is all rocks.
Yeah.
So you can pull it in a little bit more just to where it's like basically touching if you want to get out of the water some. Toss me my flip-flops, they're right in the front. Thank you. Beach is so rocky and the forest is super dense, like really dense. Okay, so this is where me and Hunter stopped before. This side is so much warmer, the water's like 5 times warmer. So we're gonna clear this out, just pick them up and walk them over here.
Flip-flops. Just in time too. Bro, this is like paradise.
Lordy.
Goon.
Bruh. Corn's gonna stay here with the stuff. I'm gonna go explore, see if there's like an actual camp spot. This place is so like trashy. There's like tons of trash mixed with this mulched palm tree bark. All my senses are like at max, watching for spiders and snakes on the ground. It's freaky. Found a nice little container of Coke right next to an unopened, you know what that is. There's like cactuses in here. What the heck? They're growing like vines, like along the ground. Oh my gosh. This might be it. This is kind of perfect. The only thing is that I need a spot for hammocks because we're actually gonna be hammock camping. Okay, well, whatever I just walked through, I just got absolutely covered. Well, guess who just stepped in a freaking cactus? I'm really looking a lot for a spot that has an open area, something more sheltered, access to the water would be cool, and trees for hammocking. With the access to the water close by as well, that way we'd be able to bring the raft and the kayak somewhere instead of like a 10-minute walk away. I thought I just stepped on a cactus and ended myself. There's another kind of cactus growing here too. Actually, I think it's just dead versions of, but it is even nastier because it's like just the spines and they're black and white, so it blends in with the sand too. There's a whole traffic cone over there. Ow, mother. It's just a whole traffic cone. That thing's huge. That thing's like 4 feet tall. There's like a train container / semi container thingy. A lordy cargo ship passing through. A gas cylinder, 50-gallon barrel. This huge deck of wood. It looks like this place has its own freaking pond. It's so guarded by all these branches. Woo! Whoa! Whoa! I would love to go in that thing. Sleeping in there would be so cool. This is so sick. Sorry, Corin. Low-key getting sidetracked here. There's like a sawing noise coming from straight ahead. Did you see the cargo ship go by?
Yeah, I got a video of it.
So there are like a couple spots, but they're on that side of the island. Let me go explore one more time. So I just tried to go where me and Hunter landed before and see if I could curve around this way. Terrible decision. I basically just crawled on my hands and knees for like 2 minutes to cross from there to here. Also, I just thought about this. The fact that those cactuses exist over here, really any form of bringing the kayak and raft over here would be a horrible, horrible decision. Just one of those and it's like game over. It's pretty cool. So a catastrophic failure was just made. My foot looks like, I don't even know. And I landed on a fire ant nest. I'm in a ridiculous amount of pain right now. They bit the hell out of my back while I was sitting down there trying to figure out what to do. God! Look how hard that freaking grips into the toe. Oh my gosh! And it didn't even come out too. That vein is just swollen up like crazy. Basically, I jumped from there. I thought that this was like a mat, like a yoga mat, but it's more like plastic, and it basically slid. I don't even really know where the cactuses were. Like, they were kind of all right here and here, so I don't really understand how my foot caught a bunch of them. It's actually like really ironic that that happened. Pain Island is like really living up to its name. I honestly think that that spicy ramen that I had here hurt even more than that. Like, that hurt pretty bad, but that spicy ramen is literally evil. I basically was just walking up that hill. My foot hurts enough. Like, I didn't even notice. Like, 5 fire ants had crawled all over my foot and were just eating the hell out of it. Man, this island would be so chill if there wasn't cacti. They're like so invasive. They're not just like, oh yeah, there's a cactus there, don't step on it. It's like, no, we're just gonna grow and cover as much area as we can. You can only go like less than halfway down the island in there, but there's a ton of beach, and the tide, when we came here, the water was literally up to these reeds. But the tide has gone down so much that, I mean, you can just walk on it now. Well, turned into sinking mud. I just love getting cuts and holes from things and then getting them full of mud. This is pretty. Well, this island was even more evil than the other one. Those cactuses were spaced no more than 2 inches over the entire ground. I just found like a garbage shrine. There's a bunch of lighters. There's like 8 lighters. Light, a bunch of vape tips. So I'm on the opposite side of the island as Corwin, and I just had a couple realizations. It was a bit too barren. There's nowhere for hammocks. But 2, and much bigger of a realization, we could have just literally used the drone to scout all this out. Making our first trip with gear. We just got everything here. Getting those in here was a pain. There's a super old fire pit right here. This way is almost clear enough to get to the water, it looks like. Quinn's gonna pull a bunch of this dead stuff out of here. I'm actually gonna use it for some cover for our shelter. And maybe in the morning, we'll be able to just take our stuff right here. Well, it looks fine, except... So for hammock camping, which I've been doing for the better part of 7 years maybe, usually start with the tree that I'm going to be the lowest on. Now I'm going to try and match its height to that one. I'll touch my first hook, then I'll touch my second hook. Even on both of them on the highest, the tension isn't enough. And I like to pull my hammock tight as I can get it. If we can set it up just right, I will basically be sitting like literally right above you and it'll cover you. What's so cool about this hammock, it can be a tent or a hammock that if you can't find any trees, you can just make it into one-person tent, which is very convenient when you aren't totally sure if there's going to be trees where you're going. but it does mean that there's more weight, more pieces that you have to put together when you set it up. Technically, you don't have to install the poles. You could just leave it as a regular hammock, I guess. I like it because it makes it feel very roomy. Getting in when it's this tall is kind of a pain. Sometimes you just kind of gotta jump into it. Oh. I'm not gonna put my feet in right now. They're all sandy. Now we have the hammock that Corwin will be using, like this one, but if you didn't want the rain fly and the tent pole and everything. But it's a lot more compact. His is like literally in mine. I love stuff sleeping bags. So much better than the ones you have to roll up. This one is by One Tigress. It's very cool. It was like my big upgrade from just a standard hammock before I got this one. It has a built-in ridgeline and whatnot. So it's very fancy. It has like a little built-in blanket too. If I need to go somewhere and I'm gonna be packing light and I know it's not gonna be raining, I'll bring that. And if I know there's trees, otherwise it'll be that one. So tonight we're gonna be having polenta cakes with a tzatziki sauce, sour cream, garlic, lemon, chives, salt and pepper. The polenta is gonna be cooked over on a little griddle. I actually haven't eaten since breakfast, which was instant ramen. Look at that. Look at that baby. Right there. Polenta. It's like cornmeal and stuff, I believe. Normally, you can make it yourself. Pull the lever down. Probably the first video where we've had a halfway decent knife. Might as well cook it all and then we can eat it as snacks. The best way for cleaning up dishes we found when you have limited water is wet wipes. Wow, why is this so chunky? Chunky monkey. Good. Thank you, Corn, for cooking. That's so delicious.
Oh wow, that's so good.
This is like one of my new favorite meals. It's so crispy and the polenta has such a light flavor. And then tzatziki is just so lemony and just the best. I guess if we're hungry, we're hungry.
Oh my goodness. The flavors are melting in my tongue. Oh my. I feel like we're so pleased.
It's getting so cold out here. Just pretty much ready to go to bed. Got the old hammock system set up here. I think it's just about time to go to bed.
See you guys in the morning.
Me and Patrick have literally been like, you would not believe how close we've been in our hammocks. I mean, this is probably just about as...
being grossed by your big mouth.
It'll
I can't even see my feet because you're crushing the weight.
Wait, push up against that.
Oh my god, bro.
Bro's gonna like stick his knee up in the middle of the night and like knee me.
You okay?
I was just imagining you knee me.
I was imagining that too.
What? It's actually really warm. I have my like winter jacket-ish thing up here and like my long johns. Don't think I'm gonna need them. 10 times as warm in here as it was out there. Alrighty guys, well, love you all. Good night, sleep tight, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. The time is 8 a.m. Slept in a little bit. Had my alarm set for 7, but I woke up at like 4 this morning and was kind of awake until about 6. My foot has been hurting a ton. The one that I stepped on the cactus with.
Well, no.
Toe hurts really, really bad. And when my alarm went off, I was just dead tired, so I've been kind of hitting the snooze button for about the last hour. I've been in that like super, super tired state where the snooze button kind of starts going into your dreams. I would be dreaming and there would be the snooze button happening in my dream. I could like hear it in my dream. Super trippy. My toe hurts so bad walking on it. Ended up putting on my long johns and my jacket because it was so cold. High tide was at 7 a.m. so I was kind of hoping we could leave at about 9. Good morning. It was cold. So this morning we're going to be having ricotta pancakes with a cranberry mascarpone, kind of like a sauce, syrup, drizzle, I don't know what to call it. A drizzle, a syrup, a sauce. Well, I guess it's time to make breakfast. I'm actually gonna make some kofifi. There's measuring cups on this. Never noticed that. Over the table. Ow, my toe! Look at you go. Ow!
You okay?
No, I'm bleeding out now because of that, actually.
Small.
Dang, you chunky boy. The absolute joy about these pancakes is that you have to beat egg whites by hand. Somebody's been leaking, you dirty dog. I've never had mascarpone before. I've also never cooked cranberries. Holy crap, that's boiling the water fast. Like, quit looking in there. Spoiling what's to come. Just some instant coffee. Very, very simple. Sugar! I wonder what mascarpone is like, because I don't have any milk. I prefer usually a lot of milk. like half and halfy and heavy whipping cream, almost like pretty closer to heavy whipping cream if you made it into like a cheese. It's good though. I'll put some in there. Why not? We'll see what it do. Wow, this is some extremely questionable coffee. It's so watery. It like looks if you mixed like oil and water. It's got like the bubbles, oil bubbles. Whoa, a little bit of that cheese just like blew apart. That's actually good. Yeah, the mascarpone really helps that. That's like delicious, actually. No flat service today, I guess. Oh no, the yolk split. Ah. Oh, I think that's enough to make it not wanna. This is literally the second time that I've ever messed up and gotten egg yolk in it. And the first time I did that was like 4 years ago. I wonder if the yolk was broken inside, because it kind of looked like it was already broken when I opened it. Oh, there is milk in here, because you need milk for this. I was wondering, I was like, how is there milk looking stuff? And I actually brought extra in case I wanted extra. Time for some serious whiskey business. Okay, that's way too much water. What am I doing? I've actually never cooked with cranberries before. I'm gonna put quite a bit of sugar in here. Probably should have washed those. Most definitely should have washed those. Well, I am very surprised. We've got some beaten egg whites. Hell yeah. I pre-measured everything at home, so it would be super easy. We got sugar, flour, baking powder. Basically about to murder all of the egg whites anyways, because should be folding this. Milk should have already been mixed with the dry ingredients. Yeah, okay, there was no reason to do any of that egg white mixing. What was I thinking? You know, I kind of forgot the name of the game, which is ricotta pancakes. Ooh, look how perfect that is, though. Wow, that is just beautiful. The sun is glistening off of that. This smells amazing. You know, maybe a compote is what this is called.
Looks good.
Compote is very strong, so overwhelms the pancakes a little bit, but very good. Somehow almost full already.
It's a little bitter, but that's because of the cranberries. It has a nice. About 7 out of 10.
All right, everything's packed. Corin just started on his first trip with stuff. We're gonna get to the beach, inflate everything, pack everything up, and then we'll be on our way. coarse, rough, and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Basically today we're probably going to be passing some really big boats potentially, just in case we capsize or tip over. I tied everything to the raft today, looped it through everything, looped it through those holes, and so even if it flips over, everything should stay with the raft instead of us flipping over, being screwed, and everything sinking and floating away. Bye, dry land. Holy, look at that cruise ship. It's huge. Trying to get to the ocean on this thing feels like the equivalent of like mowing a lawn with tweezers or nail clippers.
Forgot to cut the grass, but wait, you gotta use nail clippers.
This is kind of our Point Nemo furthest from land because we're gonna be in between a channel for the rest of the way. Seattle, Washington, Manson 26. There is a tugboat coming our way, so we're gonna hide behind this massive buoy / marker. Hopefully it'll break the waves from it. Make sure we go around to the right. If we can get close, I gotta pee bad.
You want to grab one over the side?
Yeah. Tide's kind of scary. The current pushing past this. You can see how fast the water's moving. If there was to be a time to test to see what we could handle, this would be possibly optimal. You don't know what its waves are going to look like when it gets here. And this ain't too bad. Look at all the seagulls following that boat.
No, it's good.
Big old crane. That's pretty sweet. Oh, it'd be so fun to go and climb that. I'm not gonna do that today. I think the tide's gonna change really soon. This tugboat's been following us for a long time. They're finally leaving. Imagine they're calling us in. They're like, they're gonna blow up the bridge. They've got a vessel with covered cargo. Super cold right now. We're really wet because we're paddling pretty hard. I don't know, I'd say maybe we're halfway there or something. We're taking a little snack break. I wanted to get my drone out and get some really cool shots of this bridge, but it's in a military no-fly zone. Big no-no. Leftover pancakes and some cookies. Some of these bad boys. Because of how hungry and cold I am. These cookies are so much better than breakfast. Literally tastes like the best thing in the world right now. Well, just on the other side of this is where me and Hunter capsized on our last attempt, which means that we are officially further than me and Hunter.
Take that, suckers!
Okay, so maybe that crazy laugh wasn't a great idea because I'm cramping like crazy now. Everything is so crampy. Everybody go! Everybody go!
Oh my gosh, where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go?
What makes all this foam? Time to cross the river. Hopefully no boats come while we're in the literal middle of the river. Look at that boat. It's definitely moving. All right, so on this side, we got the pretty rich. This side, over there, we've got the even more rich. And then over here, we've got the holy I mean, that place is literally just a masterpiece. It's kind of trippy. Out of all these houses, there hasn't been a single person outside.
I got one.
That is such a cool house with the little lookout up top on the right-hand side. This is the last open bay that we have to cross before we get off the ginormous river and onto the tiny one. Got some pretty cool Navy vessels. Looks like people are going towards it too. Oh my gosh, yes, we're basically off the river. Finally! No more worry about cargo ships or huge vessels. One of those up ahead is our island. We're so close!
Please, I will taste the dry land between my legs.
Did you just say you want to taste the dry land between your legs?
I meant on my legs.
Well, I guess this is home. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like sand. Definitely looks like shells and rocks. All right, it's gonna be mud. Looks like it's mud and shells, so we need to be careful. We cannot go too close. Lift. Can you put the paddle on shore, please? Paddles. Jeez, bruh. Oh my gosh. It is so freaking cold. Thankfully, there's an opening right there, making everything inside there. What I found said it was just a normal beach and island. Yep. Okay. Alright, let's get our freaking clothes. I like your feet, Slim. I just found a whatever the heck that is. Freaky. Kind of looking for a spot right now. Stuff's over that way. I do like this area. There's a lot of hammock tree options. It is kind of disappointing with how that turned out because it looked like a beach on maps with it literally just being shells and mud. And we're out of daylight, so it's not like we can go searching for another spot. We're gonna do hammock from this tree to this tree, and then also from that tree to this tree as well. I'm gonna set up a tarp tonight for growing because it might rain, and also it'll give us a privacy shelter going down this way from this whole view of the water, because a lot of boats go back and forth. So I'm really wishing we had a handsaw. Come on. Ow. Ow. I just kicked this brilliant and it just slipped off my flip-flop and just freaking yoinked me. Ow. Tonight we're doing roast beef sandwiches with juju sauce. And I pre-made the sauce at home. It's just beef broth and some seasonings like garlic powder, pepper, salt. Look at these things. They're freaking everywhere. They freak me out bad. Like, bad. Got our hammock set up. Water is just out that way. Oh my gosh, I've never seen one of these. Gosh, that's terrifying. Oh, that thing freaks me out. Ew, 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 ew. Bruh, this baby one came all the way back here. I picked him up and flung him over there because I didn't want to step on it. And he came all the way back. This dang spider, I was grabbing the zipper and he just comes running out, looking to attack me. I don't know what kind it is either, so it freaks me out. Oh, so good. Oh god. Rosemary. That was so easy to make too. Save you for later. We're gonna set up a simple tarp system over Corwin's hammock. I'm not gonna run a full ridge line underneath it because I don't have the paracord. I mean, I do, but I don't want to cut it and then burn it because that'd be super annoying. So I'm just gonna tie the ends, something like that. This one doesn't even matter because it's just the first side. Just gonna make a loop. I'm gonna run that through this. These things are so nifty. It creates a loop, and as you pull it, it tightens it. Very neat. You don't have to tie knots or nothing. And just, boop, you got a loop for your steak. Take it, boom. Now he is totally covered. Inside here, normally I'd make it way wider, you know, and it'd be spacious, but because of me having to be able to get into mine, gotta make it quite a bit smaller. If you're ever hammock camping and it's gonna rain, you gotta have something that's gonna catch the water that's running down this, because if you don't, it will actually just follow this cord and run straight into your hammock. So you gotta have a point where it drops down. So now you look this way, look how high up my hammock is. That's hilarious. But yeah, pretty much time for bed. I'm gonna go climb into my hammock. Alrighty, Corn, how do you feel?
I'm feeling pretty comfortable.
Well, you might hear a little bit of rain in a couple minutes, so just ignore that.
Is it going to be lemonade flavored?
No. Okay, good night. Alright, everyone. It's about 9 p.m. right now. Today was very tiring. I should be able to sleep in tomorrow. Don't really have to be our destination until about 6, which is when we're getting picked up. See you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. It's about 9:30 a.m. I woke up at like 6, so I've been up for quite a few hours. Just been enjoying the morning out here. Super, super pretty. Slept super great last night. Very glad that we were able to find this spot. Even though it didn't live up to everything it said it was going to be, at least it provided a good source of shelter. But everything is really starting to pile on. The bug bites, the cuts, scrapes. My foot was hurting pretty bad last night. Definitely getting ready to be done with this trip. I think 2 days or 2 nights is kind of really where the fun of the adventure starts to dip down and start wanting to be back indoors and taking showers. Today is probably going to be pretty brutal. We've got about 10 miles of kayaking to do. Yesterday was about 11 miles. But we've got a pretty nice breakfast panned out for us this morning, which will help. Corin's still asleep right now. Once I'm done with this walk, I'll probably go back, wake him up, and we'll start making breakfast. See you guys then. Wakey, wakey. I'm gonna try a sip.
That is good.
Mm-hmm. So I'm sort of thinking about how to make these biscuits, because if you just put them right on the griddle, you know, they're not gonna bake. So my idea is to cover them with this bowl here. I'm trying to think of a way to elevate them off so they're not sitting directly on the griddle. Considering sticks, I just don't know if they'll get too hot or if they'll start smoking and give the biscuits a gross smoky flavor, because I don't know. This wood is probably really gross. I guess there's a lot of trash around here. Maybe I could scavenge. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. Bud Light can. I'm gonna cut it open, make like a little platform, sanitize it, and burn off all the paint. Perfect. Whoa! Those things were freaking ready. Oh my gosh. Hopefully it works. Just set up sort of a makeshift windbreak real quick. Oh yeah, there's no wind now. This is perfect. Might give up on this whole actual baking idea just because you can only do 2 at a time, and baking biscuits takes like 20 minutes, and we've got so many of them, so I'm just gonna switch to trying to do it like pancakes. These things smell so good. Some of these are looking nice and done. Get the gravy heating up. Time for the slop fest. beautiful. Such a classic. Yeah, biscuits are definitely better when baked, but still just immaculate. I was really mulling it over last night, whether or not we were gonna try and go all the way to the ocean today. It'd be so easy to just say, no, I wanna go back. There's like a public boat launch, literally within eyesight right over there. You know, that's the easy way out. Thankfully though, today I have a bit more vigor to do the hard thing, which is what I think we're gonna end up doing.
There's a branch over there when I was walking back after cleaning my plate, and my shirt caught on it and freaking cut my shoulder.
Dang, son. Gonna need a fresh pair of gloves. That is so gnarly. Found the culprit. It's even stained red with blood. It kind of amazes me how there's literally nothing here that's like untouched. Like there's so much garbage everywhere. And it's everywhere we've been. Every island that we've been on, every island that we've been passing, there's just garbage all along the whole shore bank. Yeah, we're definitely not beating the dead body allegations. I don't know what kind of monstrous knot this is, but it seems pretty stable. So we lost our paddles. Fantastic. A thought just crossed my mind. It would be so bad if we left them on the beach last night and they just got taken with the tide. I just really feel like I remember hiding them. There's no way we would have left them on the beach, right? Right?
Meow.
Yep, they're totally gone. So now I guess we're gonna try and find branches or something that we can paddle over that boat launch with. The tide seems pretty strong right now along with the wind. So I might have to jump out and swim and pull us. Come on, baby. Yes. No! I guess it works. These cacti had their hair. They don't have any of the actual spines here, but they have a lot of the leftover, the hair ones. Those got all over my hand, which was awesome. Situate this like this, give it a spine or two, and wrap her up.
You all right?
Yeah, we're good. Thank you. Thankfully, we're on the cusp of a tide change, so the water is the most calm I've seen it. Over here was really choppy earlier today, like scary currents, so. The smell of boat gasoline is so freaking good. I'm coming up with names for this island that we stayed at. Either Millipede Island, because of how just the sheer volume of them, or if you want to get fancy with it, you could call it 100 Legs by Night, or 100-Legged Night. I like Millipede Island. Corin thought it was too simple. I'd probably go with 100 legs by night. Definitely not as much surface area as the other paddles, that's for sure. Will it be enough for this current though? I think we're gonna make it! Yes! Holy moly, we freaking made it. Well, there's kind of two sides to this. We're back, it's safe, everything's fine now, nothing bad can happen. But we also failed, so bittersweet. God, every single one of these bugs, there's like a mosquito on crack. And there's freaking hundreds of them swarming me right now. This is like agonizing. Their bites hurt way, way, way worse. They actually hurt. Almost like a horsefly. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been an absolute honor making videos for you guys. This is the first video, in fact, that's original to the Pithy Platypus Outdoors channel. All the other ones came out already on just the regular Pithy Platypus channel. If you guys really like this video, be sure to leave it a like. It means a lot, helps a lot. These adventures aren't easy to do, but they are fun. If you guys like crazy and insane outdoor adventures, be sure to subscribe. Love you all. See you guys in the next one.